If you do not take an interest in the affairs of your government, then you are doomed to live under the rule of fools. Reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind. A wise man speaks because he has something to say, a fool because he has to say something. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. The right question is usually more important than the right answer. Be kind. Every person you meet is fighting a difficult battle. The one who learns and doesn't practice is like the one who plows and never plants. Don't force your children into your ways, for they were created for a time different from your own. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The first and the best victory is to conquer self. Better to complete a small task well than to do much imperfectly. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow, even if that someone is yourself. We become what we contemplate. We understand why children are afraid of darkness, but why are men afraid of light? I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Better to be unborn than untaught, for ignorance is the root of all misfortune. Welcome out of the cave, my friend. It's a bit colder out here, but the stars are just beautiful. The wise man will want to be ever with him who is better than himself. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. Ignorance is the root cause of all difficulties. Happiness springs from doing good and helping others. If one has made a mistake and fails to correct it, one has made a greater mistake. You should not honor men more than truth. Poverty doesn't come because of the decrease of wealth, but because of the increase of desires. If we are to have any hope for the future, those who have lanterns must pass them on to others. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. To begin is the most important part of any quest and by far the most courageous. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. A true artist is someone who gives birth to a new reality. Do not expect justice where might is right. Follow your dream as long as you live. Do not lessen the time of following desire, for wasting time is an abomination of the spirit. Those who tell the stories rule society. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Life should be lived as play. Self-conquest is the greatest of victories. Enjoy life, there's plenty of time to be dead. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Where love reigns, there's no need for laws. Courage is knowing what to fear. Pleasure is the greatest incentive to evil. The life which is not examined is not worth living. Music has the capacity to touch the innermost reaches of the soul, and music gives flight to the imagination. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. One cannot make a slave of a free person, for a free person is free even in a prison. When you feel grateful, you become great, and eventually attract great things. All learning is in the learner, not the teacher. The wolf cares not how many the sheep be. The price of apathy towards public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. The greatest mistake physicians make is that they attempt to cure the body without attempting to cure the mind, yet the mind and the body are one and should not be treated separately. Thinking is the soul talking to itself. Wisest is he who knows what he does not know. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being. He who does not desire power is fit to hold it. A good decision is based on knowledge, and not on numbers. The greatest privilege of a human life is to become a midwife to the awakening of the soul in another person. The seen is the changing, the unseen is the unchanging. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Seek truth while you are young, for if you do not, it will later escape your grasp. Nothing in the affairs of men is worthy of great anxiety. When man is not properly trained, he is the most savage animal on the face of the globe. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. Do not train children to learning by force and harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds. All wars are fought for the sake of getting money. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. You get to know someone better by playing for an hour than by talking for a year. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Love is a serious mental disease. To be at once exceedingly wealthy and good is impossible. He who is of a calm and happy nature will hardly feel the pressure of age. I know not how I may seem to others, but to myself I am but a small child wandering upon the vast shores of knowledge, every now and then finding a small bright pebble to content myself with. Don't quarrel with your parents even if you are on the right. Music is to the mind as air is to the body. I do not live to play, but I play in order that I may live, and return with greater zest to the labors of life. If the head and the body are to be well, you must begin by curing the soul. God God is truth and light is shadow. The contemplation of beauty causes the soul to grow wings. Thank you for watching. I will be glad to see you again.